let's talk about the Sniper Wolf situation. So for those of you who don't know, which most of you do, but let's kind of review it anyways, Sniper Wolf is a content creator who reacts to TikToks. And Jacksfilms is a content creator who reacts to Sniper Wolf reacting to TikToks. Jacksfilms' whole thing is that he doesn't think that Sniper Wolf's content is transforming the videos ever she reacts to. So she's not transforming any of the content, and he's getting upset about it. So Jacksfilms has a secondary YouTube channel where he reacts to her reacting to these videos. And he kind of clowns on her and makes fun of her and for not transforming that content and whatnot. And Sniper Wolf got upset. So Sniper Wolf is at a shoot and somehow finds Jacksfilms' address, goes to his address, and makes an Instagram post of her in front of his house saying, let's talk about it. The problem with that is that she put his address on the internet, which is doxing. So yeah, Sniper Wolf doxed Jacksfilms. That's kind of like the main level thing that you need to know and why, right? So what happened? Jacksfilms finds out that Sniper Wolf doxed him, and he made a video about it. And it just completely blew up. The story is just gone everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. And for good reason. Like, Jacksfilms is now worried for his life. People are crazy out there, man. And once you get doxxed, you can get swatted and crazy people show up to your house. I mean, that doesn't sound like a good time at all. So Sniper Wolf, for the longest time, has denied the fact that she doxed him. Obviously, she did. But I don't think that she did it on purpose. I think that when Sniper Wolf was in front of his house, she didn't think that she was actually doxing him. I think that she thought that she was just being tough. Maybe she just thought that she would scare him this way or show him like, I know the B word. I don't think that she thought through the whole thing. I don't think that she actually thought of the consequences of her actions at that time. So I do sort of believe her when she says, I didn't dox him, but the facts are undeniable. She did dox him. She did exactly what the definition of doxing is. Put homeboy's address on the internet for everybody to see. I think YouTube not responding made the story bigger because not responding is a response within itself. They made it seem like they were on Sniper Wolf's side. Sniper Wolf was their speaker at like their latest event, so they obviously see her in a good light, but they had to have responded sooner. Especially because she only got a slap on the wrist. She got temporarily demonetized. It's not enough. So why wait so long to do it anyways? It's nothing. We don't know how long she's going to be demonetized, and I don't think that any number of days or months is enough. She either had to be removed from the platform or demonetized entirely. Yes, I do think that even though she didn't do it on purpose, and the reason I think that she should have gotten a harsher punishment is because of what may happen in the future. In that same token, I don't think that anybody else right now would be able to get away with the same thing that she did. I think if any other content creator doxed somebody else, they would be immediately kicked off the platform. I think this situation is very unique to Sniper Wolf, and the fact that it was her that did it is why we only got the slap of the wrist. I think a lot of people can just agree it wasn't enough, and there should have been a harsher punishment. Simple as that. And it is something that I worry about because I've been putting myself out there. I've been making videos on my channel, podcasts on my other channel, and one day I will have a lot more viewers, and I don't want to get doxxed. And as well as things that I do think about, you know, I have people I care about, family, and I don't ever want to put them in that type of situation. You are kind of doing that when you get on the internet and start doing these type of things, right? You want to be out there like that. Personally, as somebody new to YouTube, I would have preferred YouTube to do something else than what they did. Just to kind of give me that reassurance that nobody was gonna dox me in the future because then this will happen to them. But now all they can say is like, oh, they'll just demonetize us for a little bit. I just think it was a messy situation, and it's not like, it's not just SSSniperwolf's fault, right? Yes, it is her fault for doing what she did and reacting the way she did. She shouldn't have done that. But I can see somebody getting upset that another content creator has like a whole channel just clowning on you the whole time. I think it's really hard to say that a single person is completely in the wrong here, because yeah, should Jacksfilms have like a secondary YouTube channel just making fun of SSSniperwolf? Probably not. But SSSniperwolf also shouldn't, you know, go to his house and put that up in the internet. So yeah, they're like both in the wrong, sorta. It's mostly SSSniperwolf's fault, but at the same time, I can kind of see why she's upset, and maybe she just wasn't, you know, thinking enough. She probably really didn't think that she was actually doxing him. And I think that's what makes this story interesting, is that there's a lot of point of views. If she had an issue with him, she should have messaged him on Twitter or whatever and figured it out that way. Will we see anything come from this after this demonetization from YouTube? Personally, I don't think so. I think this is it. I think this is the end of the story, and they're just gonna let it slowly die out. And I mean, we'll see. The real interesting part is gonna be if this ever repeats itself. If anybody ever doxes somebody else, and what kind of reaction YouTube will have to them. Because again, I do think that this is a very special situation to SSSniperwolf, and I don't think any other creator would get away with it the way that she has. So I hope that Jacksfilms good, man. I hope everything's fine with him, and I hope he doesn't have to move, or this affects his life too much. But personally, I think that if I ever get doxed, I would feel the pressure to have to like leave my house and go somewhere else. There's no way that I will feel comfortable staying somewhere where anybody can just go on the internet and find out where I live. They could probably do that now, but to make it out like really public out there is what's scary, right? Somehow she found out where he lived, which is weird within itself, but I mean, whatever. So yeah, to hear me talk a little bit more about this and with my best friend, please check out our podcast. It's down in the link below. It's called the Get In There Podcast. We're growing that channel as I'm doing this channel. We're having a lot of fun. And we talk a little bit more about that. And we talk about the Spider-Man game, so you guys might enjoy that too. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.